Okay, you guys, I keep saying that I want to film videos, and now I'm being forced to because I went to go live, and I'm outside, and there's not always good Wi-Fi when you're out there. So I wanted to say that this morning I chose to step out with my art supplies and my black tea instead of making my bed and darifying my home, as I call it. And I made the choice to be more Beverlee than Sylvia. Beverlee was my mom. It was the anniversary of her passing a couple days ago. And she was an artist. And she was clean and neat and always smelled good, and her home always smelled good, and it was always clean. But there was clutter. And anyway, Sylvia, my grandmother, was perfect. Everything was perfect. I never saw anything move. In fact, one day, my mom and I was in my 20s, and we're like, how come grandma's sofa nothing ever shifts, nothing ever moves? So we went in there and rearranged her sofa. The next day it was back. Anyway, I'm being Beverlee. I had to talk to myself like, I really wanted to make my bed and organize, do my thing in the morning. I whisk through and make everything fresh. And I told myself, you are committed to doing art in the mornings outside, so you got to go. And I will do it when I come home. So we're headed out into, Blue Jay. There's been a wild extravaganza of animal symbolism, and that's exciting. So in my bag, I have my black tea. I've got my notebook. It's Stillman and Burns beta series. It's a tiny one. I intend to finish it before moving on to another one. And I guess I'll show them. I'm going to stop the video now and I'll show when I open up my little bag. So happy creating you guys creation, whether it's colors, blobs, with words, it doesn't matter. Shapes is really important to our wellness. It helps us connect in with our child self. And we need to make our mark and make our marks. Even if they're just marks, we can all do it. So get your pens and pencils ready, watercolors, whatever it is. And we are finally where I wanted to be, which is walking, hiking, arting. Okay, let's do it. I'm headed in this way. I told you in a live what shoes I'm wearing, and I wear them because they're so comfortable and I can take them off. There's a company called Cherokee of California, and literally these are the most comfortable shoes. They were started in the 1970s, and the very 70s in Mar Vista, Venice Beach, California in the 70s. And I'm wearing them now. I love them. I like to go barefoot when I can so I could slip these off. And I'm not climbing today. I'm just taking a promenade in here to see lizards, birds, quail. Quail are birds. The light is always changing. In the evening, it's spectacular. Yeah, we're just gonna plant ourselves somewhere. And I'll show you what I brought with me. On the way home from yesterday's art live, I saw flowers and I sketched them. I saw a bunny. I sketched it quickly because they move quickly. I mean, you gotta notice the details. I like to avoid stepping on the ants. But for me, this is what coming out here is about, is seeing the details, the colors. Slow. This is slow. It's real time. It's not going to be fast here. We're not going to hurry. You guys can have these videos on while you are doing your own art. And remember, it's just making marks. Oh, these are beautiful and very pokey. But that's something I could draw. All right. It's calling to me. Okay, I don't have a tripod with me. I don't have a stool or a little thing to sit on. I have my fanny in the red dirt, but it's all good. I'm gonna rig this up, and tomorrow I'll go out, or later, I'll go out with a little mini tripod, and I'm gonna get myself, this is a perfect example of things don't have to be perfect in order to get started. You need to get in the rhythm, realize the tools you need, realize what you need, and just do it. Even if I just do this for 5 minutes and I'm out here. I got myself out of my house, and that's the view. So let's see how I can put this down. I'm already covered in dirt. It's awesome. Okay, you guys are in the grass. And I got this bag I looked at, Jada gave it to me. It was made in Mexico, and it's light, and it's not precious. Okay, a tiny journal watercolor is in here. I use masking tape and a Sharpie to label what's inside non-clear packages. You can just use a Ziploc baggie. Those are great too. I was like, all of a sudden I got the inspiration to grab these. They are Kohinoor's, my favorite. They're magic pencils. This is just a little one I got at Blick. These two are Kohinoor. And I'm going to use them to draw. And I've got a tiny journal, fluorescent. It kind of broke when she sent it, but I love it anyway. And she wrote me a nice note. I would really recommend these paints. They're just cute, easy to fit in your bag. One little water brush. This one has a fine point. I like, oh, there it is. I like the flat ones almost better. And a little piece of napkin. And then I got my Stillman and Burns travel, so little, Zeta series. This is I'll do sketchbook look-ats. Oh, so I painted this a couple days ago when I was in Phoenix. Just it took me 2 minutes. And then I have it as a background for writing. And this is all about the fact that the quality in our lives is dependent upon the quality of things in our home, what we put on our body, and the people in our lives. This was yesterday's painting, and those are the bunny and the flowers I'm going to color in later at home. So we're going to start a new spread. Spread is when you use both sides. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Can you see me okay? I think it's okay. I think you could see. We're winging it, as my mom would say. I have my black tea with raw milk and a tinge of honey today. I usually have 0 sugar. I use monk fruit. All right, so this looks very Sedona. And I'm going to draw it this way. Yeah. So, am I going to draw it this way, or I could give it I don't know. Let's just sketch and not worried about it. So, we got this cactusy thing here. It's wild. Maybe do I have a greenish? I'll use the blue one for this. Magic pencils have all the colors. And remember, you guys, like, it's not that it has to look exactly like what it is. This is connotating a memory, a moment in your life. And it allows you to be present, to study, to get yourself out of your head, because you are literally just focusing on what's before you. And you get familiar with what's around you. I'm watching the ant crawl on it, and I'm noticing these very, very spiky it's getting up close and personal with what surrounds you. What's crawling on you? I don't mind. So where are you and where can you go to put your fanny on the ground, right? To notice, and we all have a patch of grass somewhere. I am somewhere extremely majestic and spiritual, and she gives you messages. And you can travel and do this, but you can also go out to your backyard. There's always flowers somewhere. If you are urban, they are in... I'm curious how many of you, where you guys are at, if you can tell me where you all live. But like, there's always somewhere, like there's flowers in a flower box, or there's a patch of grass or a cool tree, or we can find it, and we should find it. The nature. So, and I'm sketching it, and I can darken and paint around it, like I can do more after, but I'm going to give that as the foreground. Then the middle ground's just going to have grass. I'm going to do that one big, can you see her, the mountain? Let's see, I'll give you a different view. Okay, that's my sketch so far. That's that. And then so this is the foreground, this is the middle ground, and back there is the background. And I'm just going to signify it with some reddish orange mountains and some trees. And it's like I can hear the weather. So that's what you can see is going on. A tiny journal watercolor. I'm going to set this up, maybe time lapse it. Oh, I don't know. But thank you for being patient with me. These are the Cherokee of California shoes. And I love this. This is my Kinto tumbler. Hot, keeps things hot. Do you hear the weather? It's like I could hear thunder rolling in. Monsoon season is coming, so it cools everything down. I'm scanning for animals. I heard something behind me. The sun came out, so it changed the light a bit. And I did my little sketch. And I'm going to use the words, what if? Because I kind of like it and could continue on with the colored pencil and just leave it an all colored pencil page. But one of the questions I like to ask myself, and that's part of the play of it, is what if I ... added fluorescent watercolors? So I'm going to add some, because why not? That's the thing we need to ask ourselves. Like, that's part of the being an artist, is saying, what if I did this? What if I did? And being unafraid to make changes, and being unafraid to quote unquote mess it up, because you're never going to mess it up. You're going to learn if you do, and you might be pleasantly surprised if you do. What if I ... Okay, I'm so glad if I did the what if, because I love the way the neon looks. So I also took a snapshot, which is a good idea. So when I get home, if I want to do another one, or I want to like define this more, but I'm really happy with these moments. It got hot. There's ants crawling. I have a couple ants pictured in here, those little guys, but they're fun. Like, there's ants carrying things that are bigger than them. So I will remember this moment, and that's the idea. Happy being a kid, you guys. So that was so much fun. I'm covered with red dirt, which is so much better than the soot that came in and on in Los Angeles, in Venice. So I'm happy with my red dirt skirt. And I was just laughing because I'm thinking, all right, I just got to be Beverlee, and now I'm going to go home and be Sylvia and Beverlee. They're both part of me. They're both in my heart, and they both taught me so much. I love them, and I love you guys, and let's do this again. What's the thing? Comment below. What's the thing that you want to devote yourself to, commit to? I just wanted to tell you guys that I didn't decide, I just immediately went to making food and then coming back and sitting at my dining room table where I have this art cart and I'm obsessed. I got to realize that the black animal I saw is definitely a black bobcat. That's how I feel. But either way, the fact that it's been a mystery cat, and I got to thinking, wait, I keep having to think about it. I keep wondering what it is. And then I was like, oh, she's supposed to be emblazoned into my mind. She's all about, I'm on an artist retreat now. It's what I've been wanting for so long, and I finally get to do it. And now I realize that she's solitary and she's all about boundaries and protection. And so I'm going to be incorporating this bobcat into my art to get the full message from her. And it's amazing. So just allow yourself the time and space without scrolling, without being on your phone, to see what comes up, what colors, what shapes, what animals, anything. And happy drawing, happy coloring.